I think we've just been told we're able to go straight to go on that note. On hand, that we can. So to get things underway, we'll go to Mr. Round. Before we do so, I think that for Nuke as well, they're pretty strong. I think they can take it 2-0. Let's see if I'm right though. This pistol ramp, Sinners, they push their way forward, go towards this B site. It kills back and forth, but with it being left in a 3v3, Alzerk puts it a man up for Dignitas and for Sinners. Now with Heap shutting down Oscar on the flank, it's all on Zedco, 1 versus 3. And last time we cast Sinners on Overpass, I apologize, on Vertigo, Zedco was the man to deliver these key frags. He was the one to clutch it up. Let's see if he can do so now. Rings out a few shots. A blood plant would be great here, but better still, looks like he's going for the win now as he drops down and looks to head towards A.
Well, it's a smart call. He'll have a free A bomb site for the next couple of seconds, but Dignitas have read it beautifully. They've started their rotation. It's all a bit of a bamboozle, though. It looks like Zedco's mistakes that maybe decide it. As you see, Zedco, 40 seconds on this clock, time to work with, but no longer any information on where these players are lingering. Spots out Freiburg, fires off a shot but can't connect it. And a few more seconds. He can call in for the support from his teammates, but these FAMASes need to shut this down.
Damage is still damage, and that's something they're going to be painfully aware of as the push goes through. Beastic tries to cover the distance between him and Heap. Heap, though, able to be good for one trade there by Zedco. Man advantage now for Sinners, and as Freiburg goes for the high ground, good. Bold decision considering how low his HP was, but shox hits some wonderful shots to shut down Forest, leaving Lecro alone in a 1v4. I'll tell you what, Josh Sinners, they've been able to recover pretty damn cleanly. As that Grote brings out a few shots to the smoke, tries to catch out the odd member, tries to at least make it easier for himself, but the reality is he really should just be saving here.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, damage, I suppose, but it's only on to these Desert Eagles, and as he finds himself one, he's tagged down to 7 points of health. That is definitely his cue to fall away and save, but look at this flank. He'll surely be eliminated by Neofrag here as he falls right back to the B site. Neofrag gets messy, but he does win it.
To them because Orps on Vertigo, they're so important, and because of that, we see how close Zekro is playing to this angle right now. He spots them out, he deploys that molly, tries to hide for the time being, and well, there's a follow-up push goes through. We see them pressure him down in the back line. The back send from Beastic rings true. He's traded out by Freiburg, sure, but the ground's been taken. And as Freiburg's actually able to double down there, it leaves us in a 4-on-3 with shox deploying util where he can just to make his life a bit easier. Freiburg so low, it's a miracle he's still alive, and with that, Freiburg tries to pull ahead. They're able to shut down shox, goes down into a 4-on-2. With Neofrag trying to come out on top. Players reveal themselves. Nades go down. Oscar good for one. Follow-up nade goes through. Oscar swings wide. Shuts down Forest now. Puts it into a 2-on-2. And now Heap in a lot of trouble as Oscar gets ready to try and duel Halzerk. In a second now, we'll see that swing with a bit of damage done. Heap good for one. Halzerk hits his shots. And it's a beautiful recovery from Dignitas there.
It really is. Incredible efforts from Oscar. I thought that
clock is ticking pretty damn quickly here.
Well, with Oscar finding that opener, only 28 seconds left. This is going to be difficult for them to get on this site and get this plant down. With the pressure behind from Freiburg, bringing it back into a 4-on-4, and meaning that someone has to watch the flank. They have to dart onto this site. They have to get this C4 planted. The spam, it's not going to deny it. Shock can punch in those digits. And now Sinners definitely with the advantage. And Dignitas, they've got no utility for this retake.
Their retake earlier was pretty good. Let's see how it is now as shox. He sits towards back site. Some flashes go down. Some nades do the same. And as he gets ready to try and make his way off this site, Lecro spots him out. There's the first kill. And now that should spur on the Dignitas attack. No frag, he trades off. Beautiful shot before Lecro is able to double down on him. Now Beastic needs to be pretty damn careful considering that Lecro above the smoke might be able to catch him out. Forest will tap that bomb once. However, through the smoke, is he caught out? No, it doesn't matter. He gets the defuse. Sinners again on a retake fail. And he's going to be joining his team for the assault. There's Forest to shut down shox, and shox, I think he went a bit prematurely there. As Neofrag, he goes for the close angle. Loads more damage done towards Forest, but he's not killed as he cows behind this site. He waits to see where the follow-up push comes from. Lecro as well on a head angle. He's still not been caught out, nor has he caught anyone else out. The Sinners, their best choice now is to just hit this site and get that plant.
Lecro spamming away at these members. He does a lot of damage, but he can't stop them. He can't find the kills. And as Freiburg comes in from the flank, previously he had success with it. This time, he gets a headshot. Forest, oh, he just can't do any more than that single kill. It's a nice off angle, but he needs some teammates.
Peek his way towards Con, and as he does so, no one's really able to catch him out just yet, though, as Sinners, they continue to just show presence. A few shots ring out. Freiburg, he's good for one. Zedco to trade, but with a bit more damage done either way. Shot is ready to swing towards side, but Oscar's there to hit the shot. Oscar doubles down through the smoke as the frag hits Forest. Just like that, it all collapses, Josh. Ooh. Absolutely perfect round from Sinners there as it falls down to Halzerk. He's just got to go save. There's no money left in Dignitas either. Freiburg, got nothing. Granted, Forest is a little bit as
he don't want any more to do with this. They know how difficult it is once they're reset to try and build that money back up again. So holding on to these 3 weapons, definitely the game plan here. And with that loss bonus starting to build as well, they will actually be able to drop a couple of weapons to Heap and Freiburg and go for another investment in the next. They need to make sure they're not hunted here, though.
That they do. Frag shots down Forest. There's the opening, but on the flip side, it's down to just Halzerk and Letcrow. Oscar, beautiful shot to Halzerk. Letcrow now alone. He's just carrying on the A side. He's trying to hide. Shock peeks into him, though. He's tagged down, and Neofrag should try and finish the job here if Letcrow peeks into him. That he does. Just able to survive, but you don't survive, be stick.
To contend with. Of course, Forest is there on the fast rotation, but as the flashes rain over the top, Letcrow, he can't do anything. Further flashbangs force him right back to the pillar, and oh no, he's fallen off the map. That's a shame.
That's heartbreaking. It now falls into a 2-on-2, and once the bomb goes down, if Dignitas lose this round, I wouldn't be surprised if we need a technical timeout because Letcrow's destroyed his keyboard. Like, that is
quite a calm and collected player, but that is super tilting. Yeah, that is super tilting. Being bombarded with flashes and then jumping off the map, really rough. 2 versus 2, still a very winnable situation here for Dignitas on this retake. And with Heap finding that headshot, it falls onto Oscar's shoulders. He does hit the first flick, and with not too much time left on this bomb, he really needs to spam through this smoke, but no, he anticipates the fake from Heap, despite the fact that
they do. Push comes through, and for these remaining players in a 2-on-2, I can't help but think that for Sinners, another retake on hand. Forest, he wins the aim duel. Beastick now in a 1 versus, well, now make it 1 versus 1 as he's forced away. He's got Letcrow to worry about, and it's time and time again Sinners. The only thing that lets them down is their retakes, and or after plants even, as Nate has to push their way forward. It's only a flash in the hands of Letcrow. As the peak is teased, Z-Stick, he spots them out. He'll deploy a flash of his own just to push forward, but the bomb is applied for him once again. Letcrow swings wide. Beaststick is a beautiful shot. And with that, Sinners, they make it 10-5. Kids and smoke on shox. So for both sides, they're really putting a bit of an emphasis on aim. Let's see if it works out for them, because for Dignitas, they're going to look for his full hit towards B. Zedko spots them out. Looks to ring out a few shots wherever possible onto these members. As they swing into him, he's digged down instantly, and he backs away now. Here comes that attack.
Well, as they start to rain in, the pistols, oh, they're doing the damage. Oscar, 3 headshots. The trades do come in, but that's absolutely huge. Neofrag with another. And Freiburg, as he falls away, he's got the C4. He's going to dart his way towards A. But my goodness, that was a complete shutdown from Sinners. And this should be their
on someone from Sinners and find that win condition. And a big Oscar. Well, just see, look, there it is. There's Oscar. He's going 19-9 right now, Josh.
Yeah, he's playing incredibly well for this CT side. Look at that. Really leading the charge. When you look at Zedko's kill count as well, the only other member that's dead, so the only other number we can see, you realize that there's quite the gap. Beautiful headshot there from Neofrag. He's having a great game as well. Shock lacking a little bit, 4 and 10. Despite the fact they've got a major firepower advantage, that HP, it's whittling down, and with a man disadvantage as well, 30 seconds on this clock. They haven't got long to hold this one up, but look how many members are about to swarm into them. That incendiary might slow things down a little longer. The flash that accompanies Zedko's peak, but he can't get anything done. The Desert Eagles, they're tearing through this defense. These members are unarmored, and it's not even needed. Look at this. Look how fast these shots are. The lack of Kevlar, it doesn't make any difference because Sinners aren't even given a millisecond to fire off a shot.
That is a insane push there, and well, what could...
Couple of fights here, that's it. They've no buy into the next. If they keep these 3 members alive with the loss bonus starting to build, they might actually be able to go for a decent investment. I actually love the fact, just to touch upon skins for a second, very rare that we go into this in a cast, but Oscar is a tier 1 player. He's probably got a crazy inventory, and he uses an AWP Safari mesh. I love it. Every time I see it, it makes me chuckle.
You're a man who likes the skins, don't you, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, not that I really have any. I currently buy inventory 2,000 sticker capsules in it or something. I'm going for a bit of an investment.
Has it paid off?
Well, not yet.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I have a P250 bendy, which I'm pretty happy with.
Ooh.
Oscar's got a collateral, which he'll be pretty happy with as well.
Yeah, damage dealt there. To be honest, with Dignitas's current economic state, I think they'll be able to kind of brush that one off. And
as he waits to see where this attack comes from, sure, he's got a shock there to assist him, and shock has had some very flary kills, especially for him now. Consistency, and with shock good for one, Zedko's there to trade, but in this, what will now be 4-on-4, it's now just Zedko versus anyone who pushes into him. Switches to USP, can't quite finish the job though, because he's taking Halzog with him. That puts it level pegging. The molly means that Forest has got to push forward, and for Neofrag, he's in a position now where he could actually shut down Forest with a well-timed spam. A pretty good round from Sinners so far, especially with Forest falling. And now Heap in a 1 versus 2. He's not been able to plant yet. He's got to go aggressive, but with 30 seconds left, time is of the essence. So right now, time is playing to his detriment. As he punches in those numbers, the push comes through. They push at once and in unison. As they swing on him, he tries to catch out the odd member. He tries to do what he can, but as they come towards him, they swarm him. And they finish the job, providing Sinners with a 13th and a 13-9. They finally hit a round on the trot.
That was a really big whiff from Forest there. As he was glaving that smoke, he should have been able to win that. That's kind of the whole thing here. We were expecting them to take Vertigo. I think we both agreed that they should be able to take Vertigo here. But we didn't really question all too much on whether they'd be able to take Nuke off of the back of it. And you're right. If they can take this 16-9 with this momentum, there's definitely potential that they could pull it off. They've got a very, very good track record on it as well, Kramat.
Yeah, absolutely right. And as Oscar shifts his way ahead now, this is a really, really tough spot. As for Dignitas, 30 seconds left, they've got to commit somewhere. But where? Yeah, Oscar falls. This could cause a bit of a hit towards B, but reality is it's going to be a bit of a mid to A hit. But B stick's ready for Freiburg. It's down to Halzerk and Forest, and this attack, it's just been dismantled. Like, absolutely dismantled. Sinners, they have one another's back.
And Dignitas need to put him out before Nuke, because remember, this Nuke's Dignitas's pick, which means Sinners will be starting off on that CT side, that heavily favored side on Nuke. And Neofrag, he could do some serious damage. He's actually been significantly better here on this CT side of Vertigo as well, so he'll be able to carry that right across.
We tried to spam that smoke, tried to get an initial player. B-Stick falls. Oscar instantly there to trade. Switches to a deal of his own as he knows that crow's coming. It's Zedko to find yet another, down to a 3-on-2. Low HP on Forest. Heap the only man he really could deliver here. And frankly, as he walks into the crosshair of Oscar, it's a beautiful shot. All on Forest. He's good for one. It's a nice shot, but 1v2, 7 HP. Shock finishes the job. Sinners, they take map 1. Round of Nuke, in which Dignitas currently boast a bit of a win spree. Of course, Josh will take you into that in just a moment because the other thing's underway. We've got a pretty damn quick pistol round. Zedko good for one, tries to run away, able to double up with the assistance of Oscar, but Heap there to trade him, puts it down to a 4-on-3. The Sinners go to hide, and Dignitas look to extend their push towards both Hell and Rattle and Secret as they push their way towards B. Now Heap is going to be the man to try and catch out some of these rotations. Of course, Overcaster Kramer 3. I'm joined by the wonderful M&J. And it looks like Neofrag, as he drops down any second now, we might see a very quick retake on our hands.
Well, Dignitas, with this C4 down and these post-plant positions, they've got a good chance of holding this one up. But as Halzerk gets dinked, the defuse, it's already coming in. The kit's there, the headshots are coming through. And Heap, all of a sudden, he's left in a 1-on-4. And there's no chance for him at all. Neofrag even tries to do him dirty and get the kill.
That attack, and well, with 35 seconds left, Dignitas, they get ready to spring their momentum. Let Crow shuts down Shock to get things out. And now, for B-Stick and Neofrag, what can they hope to do? Not much. Neofrag good for one trade instantly by Heap. Firebug now towards backside. Spam down by B-Stick, but B-Stick falls to Heap. It's all on Oscar. 1 versus 4. And for Dignitas, this will be the equalizer.
No opportunity there for Oscar to get in as well before that C4 goes down. Freiburg, he's on a mere 1 point of health. But it doesn't matter. As long as he's still alive, he's another number against Sinners. And Oscar, as he creeps up, he's not going to go for a save here. By the looks of things, he wants to try and do some damage. There's a FAMAS on the floor that he could swap out to. Packs a little more of a punch at range.
With Zedko looking to just hold as best he can. Halzerk shifts his way forward. It was the same duel. It's going to be Halzerk. A beautiful shot as Zedko falls. And with that, they even out the man count at 4-4. Let's see where the full push comes from Dignitas though. But as they approach a mini, Looks like it could just be a hit now, which they descend into. Shock is in a pretty good position to hold this, though, when as they've got a bit of a crossfire with Neo Frag. Here comes that initial pick. It's 2 kills apiece. Forest to trade. Shox to cement, though, when as he's quickly attempted to be finished off. Beastick covers him. As Forest falls.
The presence, it's known. There was those smokes thrown. There was steps outside. Sinners, they're starting to question it, but there we go. As the window's broken, Oscar can connect the first shot. That's going to initiate some of this utility to be deployed. And with 25 seconds on this clock, Dignitas, they need to get a wiggle on. This C4, it's still leaning over towards this B site. I don't think he's got time to rotate. They need to press in and look at Shock. He's in a prime position to deny it. There we go. Peak comes out, takes out Freiburg, and that's it. Pretty much round over, unless Forrest can do something crazy here. And Shock, he's just playing his life, dancing on the rafters, hits another headshot. The man that had a very weak performance over on Vertigo is doing quite the opposite here on Nuke, and as Beastick follows up as well, it's going to be rounds. And as we get right into this one, early util deployed, keeping Dignitas at an arm's length. The jump spot there from Letcro. He actually sees Zedko, and off the back of it, they're just going to burst into A and find these headshots once again.
Let's see who's able to come out on top, because right now it looks like it's going to be Dignitas. Once again, they get this site, and for Sinners, a 3-man save. It's going to be a tough ask for them as they're forced forward. Shock's able to shut down the first heap trades, but in this 4-on-2, you see for Sinners, Zedko and Oscar, it might just be a matter of saving once again.
Well, if these two members can save, then they're the two guys with money. They could maybe drop something in the next round. I don't know if they'd want to go for another buy in the next. Maybe we just see them drop down to a bit of an eco. Try and save some money to go for a proper investment. Going to spot anyone on this A site. And that might start to worry him a little bit as his teammates are about to push into B. He's going to be considering, is it a stack towards this B site? Is there a stack towards ramp? It doesn't matter. He's going to call all of his teammates to work their way up, but he's not cleared squeaky. Beastick, he's good for 2. That's a big mistake there for Freiburg to be calling in his teammates without clearing that close vent angle. And it means that they take a hell of a lot of damage. Sinners right now, that's what it's about. It's about trying to get some kills in. It's about maybe trying to snatch away a rifle or 2. And so far, they're doing a very good job at it.
They absolutely are. Letcro, he's able to hold firm, and as he shuts down Neo, this makes getting out of vents really damn hard for Shock. He's able to pick up an AWP as he does so, though. Scoped in, he's ready for a peek from one of these members. Nothing's come yet, but it's all down to timing. And dink down, Letcro full, switches to the Deagle now. Heat back sight with Freiburg in heaven to support. Shock shuts him down. It's all on Freiburg. Oscar hits the shots. I think they've got time as well.
Yeah, they do just about. They've got time on this defuse. That is absolutely unbelievable. My goodness. As Oscar comes down to timing, if anyone's watching it or not, instead he actually doesn't commit to the swing. Now he needs to be very careful because Freiburg's hot on his heels.
They push their way forward. Beastick now ready towards heaven. And the damage done though as they force him back, and as mollies go down, Letcro makes his way up towards the top of this ladder again. Just teasing where he can peek, and with a bit of a lull, there's Neofrag to shut down Halzuk. On the trade, though, Neofrag doubles down. 2 players hit them on the flank, though. Now Shock towards this vent. He's got heat to catch out, as it's actually good for 1. Letcro to trade once again, but Zedko now traps in this vent. Should be where he falls. That he does. Letcro finishes the job. For Dig, that'll be...
I thought maybe they justify going for a buy around having 3 saved rifles, but maybe not. We just see a couple of pistols on the other side of it. Spams do some damage, but they don't find any kills. Beastick, this is a smart play, wrapping around into Hut. That's going to give them that man advantage they need. And with Oscar catching out the man through the squeaky door, he's not good for a second, but the man advantage still there. The AWP retrieved, and as the digits are tapped in, Sinners, they've got the numbers and they've got their opponents low on health. They just need to finish this one off. They've got utility behind them as well. They've got no defuse kits is the issue, so they need to speed this up.
Let's see if it works out for them as they push their way forward. And as we wait to see how this hold works for Sinners, there's Forrest, a missed shot punished by him. Letcro gets an extend the matter, but sold by the AK. Now Beastick come out on top. Freiburg now left in a 1 versus 3. Tries to do the odd bit of damage wherever possible. He's good for 1. The defuse comes through, though. He's able to cancel it out. Was it quick enough, though? Yes, it was for Dignitas. The beautiful clutch. And at that, they make it 9. A really strong round. And for Sinners, well, they're going to be kicking themselves. Really heavy reliance on this flank towards heaven. But Zedko, this could be a really quick kill onto Forrest here if he's able to go for the timing. And that is Letcro good for 1. Forrest, oh, the timing's just heartbreaking. Forrest is going to be able to survive. Frankie kills 2 on the flank. Heap trades. Now, Forrest, as he comes out from Ivy, I apologize, from Secret. This is... I'm lost for words. Shox just down Heap, sure. Well, 8 seconds left, they win the round, but this has been a bizarre one, Josh.
It really has, yeah. Dignitas run down by the clock. We saw Havu playing a very similar playstyle.
Weird people.
Like playing with cold hands.
Thank you. I'm glad I have that reassurance. Letcro, he deletes Shox, get things underway for this pistol round. He's even able to double down onto Shox. He'll try to make it further, but Neofrag shuts him down. Neofrag doubles down on that as well. He'll even try to triple down as Heap takes a fair bit of damage. Heap does come out on top though, but not before he's also able to finish off Beestick. Oscar, the last left standing in a 1v3. What can he hope to do now?
I feel like this was quite an important round for Sinners to take, and they've been completely dismantled as Holzerk even wrapping around towards... Well, Shock on the other side of his smoke spamming away. He's going to do a lot of damage. Actually takes out Heap, and as he works his way towards ramp, he's going to have to take another duel. Can't quite win it, but Oscar's there to trade. Man advantage now for Sinners as they work their way down to B. And they're going to be challenged by Forrest, but he's only got an MP9. This could be the chance for Sinners to get back in here.
Very well could be. Forrest is just trying to tease over this initial point, but Neofrag shuts him down. It falls into a 4-on-5, and as more damage is done, Oscar spams down Freiburg, all on Letcro now, and at long last, it looks like we've seen a almost spray of hope for Sinners as they shut down Dignitas, and to what avail? Letcro, he falls with 3 players left standing as well. This is exactly
pick from Beestick. That's going to give him some wiggle room down towards B, and Heap on ramp, the only defender here to try and stop his opponents from actually taking this site.
And he does, and the South shuts down Neofrag. Heap's able to double down. Heap makes it 3, and I think we've just seen a complete collapse from Sinners' point as, well, sure, they might try and catch out a few more members, but to what avail? Zedco, he deploys that on Flash. Halzerk, fully blind, is forced away. And for Beestick, his flank right now is desperately required to give Sinners any hope here. But Dignitas, they seem acutely aware of it.
I absolutely do. Beestick and Zedco. Oh, Beestick should actually be able to take out Holzerk here. I wouldn't mind seeing the trigger discipline. There we go. He wants to find 2 for his troubles. This would be crazy. Is he actually creeping under the scope?
No, he doesn't look down.
That is a ballsy play. As you're absolutely right. You have to look down there if you're creeping past the scope. And Halzerk, that's a bit of BM.
That would have been amazing if it did. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Beestick is just quickly executed by Halzerk there. Credit where credit's due to Halzerk. That's a pretty quick reaction. Not so much that Sinners looking weak. It's Dignitas looking really damn strong right now, Josh.
They absolutely are, yeah. Spam's coming through, and Letcro. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's been eliminated. Beestick, it's a nice bit of aggression. This is kind of a must-win round for Sinners, though, and there we go. Shock actually finding that second. Openers towards this A site, but he bounces one back. The nade comes through, brings it back into a 2-on-2 with Holzerk hitting the AWP shot, and Heap, he's kind of pincering in Neofrag right now whilst he takes damage from the engagement. Oscar, he's not aware that Heap's behind him, and Heap's able to double down and take down.
As they turn their attention towards B, they do have Freiburg to worry about towards single door, but as Letcro tries to make his way towards Secret, he's able to shut down Beestick down to another 3-on-3 with the exact same players. So let's see if there's a different outcome this time as Shock hiding towards ramp is going to try and get the timing play. As Oscar, he's only being swarmed by the vent players. Halzerk, he realizes that timing is of the essence, and well, his duel with Shock is going to be everything. Shock, he gives his position away, he shows his presence, and with Oscar falling now, it's all on Zedco. He's good for 1, but he needs to shut down Letcro. Letcro, he's going to try and pressure him down, but all the while, this duel towards ramp, it's everything. Halzerk finishes the job. It's 15 for Dignitas, and for Sinners now, with little money, this is a tough spot.
Eagle, of course. Potential for them to close in this one, but I think it's very unlikely as Holzerk fires off a couple of shots through the squeaky door, incredibly close to connecting, but can't hit anybody. No damage taken here from Sinners as they start to press out onto this A site. They face up against the M4 on Heap, the table to double up, can't quite triple, but as the USP does damage, Holzerk's able to find another shot, and all of a sudden, this one has become very, very winnable for Dignitas. A 2 versus 1, Oscar, he spammed through the smoke, he's down to 40 points of health. He still thinks there's a man towards heaven, he's absolutely wrong. And as he taps in these digits, he could just be swarmed. It's looking like that's the case, and it's let grow right through the smoke. What? Well, this
getting things underway. They're going to be heading straight towards this A site. They've deployed their own utility. They can get themselves straight onto this site without any real kill just yet. Shock, he's the one to draw first blood. Freiburg's there to fall. Bit of damage on either way as Zedco's tagged down just that little bit extra. As Forrest, he'll continue to kind of show his presence towards Pop Dog, just trying to make sure that no one's able to catch him out for the time being. As for now, let's see who's able to kind of kickstart this retake. In a 5-on-4, this is still a really tough spot for Sinners. They do have a smoking kit, those make their lives easier. But with Letcrow shutting down Shock, Oscar sure he trades, but Forrest doesn't expect the players to come down from behind him over in Pop Dog. He's caught out by Zedco though from behind. It's all on Letcrow through the smoke. Can he finish the job? No, he can't. For Sinners, that'll be a pistol round, and this will be their chance to try and pull ahead. Now we've seen the pistol round. That was pretty one-sided.
Not going to go for a swing without the support of his teammate. And the timing, it's just impeccable. He's able to get out, and he's able to catch out Shock, who's unsuspecting because B-Stick's supposed to be there to cover his back.
As B-Stick shifts his way forward, let's see if he's able to come out on top with what will be a tough showing from Sinners now. In a 4-on-4, what's interesting is they don't have the firepower advantage. With only a handful of SMGs and a single AUG with them, the Dignitas buy of AKs and Galils actually beats it. And for Letcrow, he's going to try and ring out a few shots just to keep Oscar back for the time being. Hasn't quite done so just yet, though, when as Heap fires the first kill, Oscar falls, and now the trade has to come through from B-Stick, but he can't do so either. Now Neofrag has to absolutely go huge. He's good for one. He knows there's others to worry about, and Letcrow just deletes him. It's down to Zedco, 1 versus 3. I'll tell you what, Josh, I think for Dignitas, this will be a second.
It could well be. What a way to bounce back as well after losing that pistol. Of course, getting that bomb plant, it gives you that money to buy up. In fact, it's not even a smoke, it's a flash. Gets him off the angle regardless. Re-aggresses though, and Letcrow, he's not ready for it. Beautiful opening there from Oscar. And Sinners with this man advantage, they look to make it 2.
So they push their way forward. We see a brief lull in which Dignitas forced away, and well, as they try to respond with a full execution towards B, it's going to be Freiburg who's taken down. Zedco's able to shut down Forrest once again as well. And for a 5-on-2 now, Heap is responsible to Shox, a perfect opening, but as the spray down comes through, Halzo trades onto B, Stick Neofrag onto Heap. Beautiful shot, and as Neofrag's able to double down. That'll be 2 for Sinners. Smoke
grenade, they could use it to try and get out onto the site. Instead, they get the timing, and they get the timing right as well. As these digits are being tapped in, Oscar's going to call for the reinforcements. He's going to try and aggress himself and hit the shot. But as he makes his position known, Dignitas, they're just not going to face him any longer. Oh.
Well, Halzo, that's a nice shot onto Zedco now for a 3-on-2. Now Oscar desperately needs to try and trade. He swings forward, and Oscar shuts him down, and this is just what's required. The nade landing towards center site knows that they suspect Halzo's position, but they're not able to shut him down. I think they just saw him there as Halzo now swings wide. Shock does a bit of damage to him. He's got to try and battle Shock, a beautiful shot for him, and that kill should cement the round. Dignitas, they now lead 4-2. As they force Oscar to back away, he'll cling to that up, he'll save that up. And for Sinners, this is now their chance to, well, at least try and hold, but even then, what good can it do?
Scary with these Desert Eagles in previous rounds as they start to work their way towards B. They've got Zedco to contend with up close. The real fear, though, should be with Oscar, who's holding from afar. Shock, nice headshot onto Heap, who's just that lurking man, trying to get some information towards A, seeing if he can wrap his way around CT and cause a complication later in the round. But no, there's a double defense there towards Ivy. No opportunity for that one. And as the smoke actually lands behind Zedco, he's going to stay up close here. This is a really powerful position for him.
Will it be powerful to what extent? And, well, as Oscar shuts down Forrest, that's a beautiful opening there. 3 quick kills for Sinners. Traded out by Halzo, but to what avail? B-Stick to finish the job, but Sinners outmaneuver to what avail, Josh? Letcrow, he's holding as firm as he can. Halzo, beautiful shot onto Shock there to get that man advantage. But as Oscar drops down into Pop Dog, Letcrow, is he expecting? I think he kind of is, but... Oh. How is Oscar surviving that? But he's given his position away. And now Zedco, he's in an almost impossible spot. He's got players from all around him. He swings into him. He finishes the job. Frostka, he might just have to save. And, well, they have money, but it's nice to hold on to it. And for Dignitas, this should be a quick little 5th.
Well, Oscar, Deagle in hand, hoping that he can find Letcrow here. And, Letcrow kind of given a taste of his own medicine there. Spammed away on the ladder, lucky to be alive as he falls back. As they're spamming it.
Oscar, he's got Beaststick in a position where Beaststick can just turn and help him instantly. That molly's really strong. This is going to force players forward, and he'll just fall to it. Now, as the mollies go down, as the set piece goes out, friberg, I'm kind of surprised he isn't tagged by that molly, or at least for more damage. And as he pushes his way ahead, they go straight to Beaststick. It's a beautiful 1-2 repertoire. And then which Halzer, yes, he does trade, but in a 3-on-2. Now Halzo needs to double down. Oscar ready for a Mo, finishes the job, leaving Letcrow alone in a 1 versus 3. Good for one, executes the neo frag, but to what avail, because it looks like both members are going to be set up for him in a bit of a crossfire, and it won't even matter as Oscar, his bullet rings true. Into a position that Oscar likes to defend, but this time they don't have Oscar. They've got Zedco, whether it be a doppelganger or just a mere reflection. It looks like it may be the doppelganger. Zedco finishes the job, and with that, it falls into a now bomb plant going down for Zedco. He'll try to kind of extend a bit further. He spots out friberg on the close angle. Knowing he's there, he's going to comm this to friberg, or to Oscar, who'll try to catch out friberg, who goes close to red. More shots are out either way, though. And for Dignitas with this bomb plant, we see friberg pushed up, ready holding this close angle. Shock falls, Beaststick trades, down into a 4-on-3. And as Letcrow now sits carrying backside, Zedco continues to peek straight into him. It's a beautiful shot by Letcrow. He needs to be able to double down there. He'll look to make it 3. Can't do so as Beaststick catches out the first member. Then that bomb is being stuck. Beaststick now ready for Halzerg, able to try and shut him down, but it does not matter. Heap on the flank, even unable to get the kill. Again, as Dignitas once again looks to push into him. Let's see what Zedco can do with the response. Smoke deploys out smoke, puts Halzerg into a tough spot. Needs to try and catch out the odd member as they cross. Knowing full well that they're about to peek into him. As that plant goes down, he misses his shot uncharacteristically, though. Punished by Heap, as Shox the one to fall instead of him. And as the mollies go down, I tell you what, Josh, just as I'm hyping up Zedco, we might finally see Dignitas with a successful B take. But Oscar and Zedco, they're not going quietly. It's 2 quick kills. They've got forward positions on Heap and friberg. But forward positions mean what when the entire area around it gets taken down? The molly is going to try and force these members out of position. Instead, it's going to land towards white. Heap ready for Zedco. There's the first. He doubles down as well, though, from Ramp. He makes it 3. Now for Oscar, alone in a 1 versus 3. Caught out by Heap, who hits the ace in that round. With Deagle in his hand. Heap deletes him, though. That first kill forces Sinners to now go that bit more aggressive. And for Zedco, that must have been a miss by Shorty, because he's on a Deagle with no utility whatsoever. Heap and friberg, they too find some kills, and as it falls down to Shox to get the next say in the matter, it's a complete collapse. Dignitas, they hit 7 and a flawless pistol round. 4th series, and especially on train, where we saw Dignitas establish a dominant start. Sinners just decimate the latter stages of that first half. Now we hit the second half. Sinners on the attack. What can they do? This is their first buy. This is where they test the metal of Dignitas. They do so with a straight execution. Forest completely blinded, pushes forward towards red. Lets Zedco, though, there to trade. But elsewhere, friberg and Heap have found kills of their own. Traded out again, leaves friberg one of the lone defenders towards this site. But Halzerg's there to chime in just in the nick of time. With a 2k on that FAMAS, despite being knocked down to 19. And for Sinners now, a lot rides on this straight execution towards B. Sure, there's only 2 men to worry about, but one of them's Halzerg. And tell you what, Josh, he has the starting tendency to bite. Well, he misses his shot here. Letcrow certainly won't. Lines up the first, tries to double down, digs down Zedco, but is unable to finish the job. Near frag rings true onto Halzerg as well. Down to a 2-on-2, a very winnable situation for either party. When Zedco on low HP, he's going to try and dump that util before he falls. Otherwise, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. Near frag, beautiful shot to get things underway, though. Spots out Forest, spots out Heap as well. Heap shifting forward, takes down Zedco. Now it's definitely doable. He's got a nade to work with. He's got a molly out of that, and so from Neo Frag tags Heap down to just 7 HP. The Glock should finish the job, but Heap is just going to stick it. He's going to stick that bomb, and oh, it's perfect! That's 11 for Dignitas now as a Neo Frag. And as we wait for this push, Heap now and Letcrow. A base setup on ramp. Beaststick ready to swing into them. There's Neofrag shot down Letcrow. friberg there to trade. Neofrag to double down. Neofrag to make it 3. Now that is a way to open up ramp and subsequently to open up that B site. He'll bomb his way down ramp. He'll push his way straight down towards this site. The smokes go down either way. Dignitas now with Halzerg and Forest, the lone 2 members left standing. What can they hope to do to trade as they shift their way forward? Shock's going to be on a bit of a flank. Halzerg not quite spotting it out. Eventually he does. Shock loses his head, but it may not matter. The damage has been done in the round. It's been confirmed. Sinners with 10. And Dignitas only 1 round away and almost spitting distance away from Sinners to catch up. And as we look at the economy on Dignitas right now, it's quite hard to see, I know, Josh. That's right.
Biggest fan of that. Considering what they've been doing has worked out really nicely for them. To change the pace at a time like that seems bizarre. Maybe would have worked out another time. Well, I'm surprised that they didn't think he had fallen back there. I thought that was definitely their kind of thought process with that, and that's what Freiburg was going for. But a brilliant bait, and look at that from Heap. Unbelievable 1D, even double dipping here as he gets legged down by the AWP. He's still here to try and contest this C4 control, and as he confirms that there's a man flanking him from behind, holzer can finish him. Beastick gets the flank, but a 2-on-2, and look at that time, Krem, and there's only 15 seconds on this clock. They've just about retrieved the C4, but as Lekro drops it, that's it. There's no time for Beastick to retrieve it and get that bomb down. This was a freebie round for Sinners, and it's fallen away from them. Beastick just about able to save that AWP and bring it into the next, but Dignitas, they show they've still got life in them, and they fight back at a time that you wouldn't expect.
As well, Dignitas, they're able to get so much mileage out of these AWPs, and as we see Lekro now, one of the lone players to try and hold this site. He sits center side, Deagle in hand. He knows that Sinners are coming towards him. Can he shut them down? He hears them kind of bounce around him. He hears them get towards this site, and as they try to cement it, Dignitas, they're already there to try and stop this plant. The numbers punched in. Here comes the aggression from Halzok. Scopes in. Shock is able to get the first. Zedko instantly there to trade, though. Halzok is going to pick straight into Zedko, though. Zedko, timing does not bless him. Forrest onto Oscar, leaves it all on to Beastick, and in a 1 versus 4 with no util to assist him, I think we may have seen Dignitas win on their force buy. They sat that bomb once. Beastick is going to swing straight into Forrest's AWP, but as he does so, he'll be swinging to his death. Dignitas, they take the lead 13-12. They prevent Sinners from trying to establish.
They're going to have to face up against a similar setup to what they had to face up against last round. This time, though, Lekro's Desert Eagle becomes an AK, and Holzak still on this AWP.
Ooh.
Can't connect the shot. He's flashed off the angle. That gives Sinners a chance to get onto this bomb site, but Lekro's still here to cause a ruckus. Headshot found, and as he creeps up on top of the train, he'll do further damage, but no kill. Man advantage still here for Dignitas, but as the C4 goes down, Sinners, they've got a chance.
There's a chance, but it's a fleeting one. Halzak onto Shox, able to trade. Oscar, though, gets the next say in the matter. Onto Forest, into a 2-on-2. Beastick, no 1 HP. Oscar with negligible amounts as well. And with Halzak posted on this left side angle, the second Oscar swings, it's to his death. And he must be having a sixth sense telling him that this AWP was posted. He, but beautiful shot to shut down Oscar. It's all on Beastick with just 6 HP left. What can he hope to do? Their nade goes out. Heap finishes the job. Dignitas, they hit 14. And they force Sinners to an awful bye. Disciplined, whether that be out of discipline or whether that be out of fear, we'll have to see.
Well, as the nades rain over towards this B site, it could be for the final time, but it's all a big bamboozle. They're not even committing to this. I didn't realize where the C4 was. It's on Shock, and it's over towards A. They're going to press in for a final push towards this Alpha bomb site, and it's completely shut down. In a matter of seconds, Dignitas take it over the top, but look at that. Blink and you'll miss it. All 5 kills come in through.